Welcome to your practice. My name is Gwen. Today we'll start by breathing together in a seated pose if you'd like. If sitting upright doesn't feel really comfortable for whatever reason, then you can go ahead and lay down in a shavasana, in a beautifully supported pose on your back. Maybe with the legs up the wall or the legs up on a couch, a chair. And if you're seated, maybe you'd like to have the sit bones elevated. Take care of yourself where you are. Let yourself get comfortable so you can breathe. Notice how you feel. Settle in. The palms can be downward. If you're on your back, you can roll the knuckles nice and heavy. Palms can be upward. You can sense and feel for a few breaths one way and discover what it's like the other way. Go ahead and feel into your toes. Give them a little wriggle. As we breathe here together, allow yourself to settle through the legs. Feel the weight coming down. Each exhale. The lightness of the inhale pulling you upward. And as you exhale, this ground beneath you gets a little heavier. You feel the weight as you exhale, coming down, down into that earth quality. As you inhale, this lightness. As you pull beautifully tall, you feel a stacking quality. The hips are anchored down. You might feel that stacking quality of the spine, one vertebrae on top of the other. The shoulders over the hips, earlobes over the shoulders, the head, balance. You feel this balancing. Notice how the breath can move. Place one hand on the lower belly, one hand above. Feel the body breathe now. Are both hands moving at the same time? Is one just a little bit more than the other? We're going to come into a controlled breath called three-part breath. Let's take 2 cleansing breaths before we start. On your next inhale, pull in that next breath all the way in. Drop the jaw, open the mouth, and an audible sigh out. One more just like that. Inhale, feel the belly rise. And a ha. On your next inhale, the lower hand will rise first, then the top hand. The chest, the shoulders may lift. As you exhale, feel a softening, softening, softening. We're going to do a few like this. Inhale, bottom hand first, then the top hand. Feel the rise. And then follow that exhale as the hands draw in. One more like this. Bottom hand, top hand. And we're going to add on to this, so stay with me. The bottom hand will rise first, then the top hand. You'll feel the lift of the shoulders, the chest, and as you exhale, the top hand will come in first, then the lower hand. And then we start over. Inhale, bottom hand rises. Top hand. As you exhale, the top hand comes in first, then the lower hand. If this agitates in any way, big or small, come back to that first variation. You simply let the exhale drift, the belly soften. Exhale, top hand comes in first, then that lower hand. Notice if this feels like work or if it starts to become a nice, beautiful rhythm. Three more breaths. Bottom hand rises, then the top. Top hand comes in first, then the bottom. One more. Bottom first. Top next. Top comes in first, then the bottom. Let yourself rest. The hands can stay where they are or on the lap, palms up or down. Notice the difference in you. Feel your awareness float inside. You feel this spaciousness, this freedom floated outside 360 degrees. Notice the freedom, the space. Enjoy your body. Enjoy your breath. Notice the subtleties of the shifts that have already occurred through our pranayama, our breath practice. The spaciousness inside, which in turn we have a few more choices when we have that freedom. Go ahead and flutter the eyes open. Take in your surroundings slowly. You may want to keep with the blanket underneath the sit bones. If you're laying down, you're going to sit up and you're going to lengthen through the legs. If the knees have been bent for a little while, this might feel yummy. Paddle the feet, massage the knees. A light little massage into the kneecaps, through the fingers. Almost like you're molding clay, you can work it all the way down, down, and then all the way up. Just light little squeezes and releases. And then go ahead and smoothen it out. Just smooth it out. A little drum roll. And we're going to come into a gentle somatic flow called hurdle. It's a lot like Janu Shirshasana, the shape. So go ahead and bend up your right knee. You can place the sole of the foot on the inseam. And here you might like to bring a blanket underneath the knee or closer to the hip. Bend up the left leg first and give it a light little squeeze into the belly. And from here, you can lengthen it just a little bit. So you're going to pick 3 different spots. So choose one, maybe a little closer to you. Wrap the hands around the ball of the foot. And here's where you may need a strap. Those of you that coming forward isn't available, go ahead and use a strap, a belt, or a scarf. And then we're going to turn on the muscles by pressing the foot into the hands, and the hand presses back. That bottom leg, the right baby toe edge, can press down just a little bit. Then relax and soften. Feel the muscles turn off and breathe. Give a light little squeeze of the leg into the belly and pick another spot outward, even just a hair, just a little bit outward. Wrap the hands around the sole of the foot, thereabouts. Press the foot into the hands press back. The heel feel like it's driving down. Feel the baby toe edge of the right press. And then relax and soften. Sit up and hug the leg in and pick one more spot outward. Take the hands into the foot. Press the foot into the hands with the eyes closed this time if they haven't been. Hands back. That baby toe edge of the right foot, drive it down. Feel all the muscles that are required here. And then soften, soften, soften. Sit up. Slowly take that leg into the belly. And then now one more. We're going to allow the leg to lengthen right out. Some of you will walk your fingers downward to where you feel that 80% place. It might even be that you use the strap. So whatever feels good for you, you're going to press the heel down. Notice what the toes are doing. Feel the whole leg ignite here. And the other side. Press the foot into the inseam maybe. The baby toe edge down maybe. Hold all of that contraction. And then move the shoulders. A little pendiculation here. You're gently going to press one shoulder forward, one shoulder back. And now the other way. And then press one shoulder up to the earlobe and press one shoulder down. And then the other way. Relax and soften that effort. Go ahead and bring the right leg into the belly. You can do a little drum roll behind the legs, paddle the feet, and notice how you feel. Circle the toes. Nice. Other side. Left leg bends. If the knee is feeling a little funny today, it doesn't even have to be pinchy or burny. Go ahead and support it. So gentle somatic yoga helps us to self-regulate and self-manage and correct any patterns that are no longer serving us. Our body becomes this human eraser. So allow yourself to feel supported and not to treat this as an exercise. We get plenty of that. This is therapy. This will help us come out of any discomfort. It'll help to lengthen and hydrate from the inside out. A lot going on here. So go ahead and hug that right leg into the belly. A little squeeze. And then place the heel down. Use your strap maybe, or wrap your hands around the ball of the foot. Notice what that's like as you press the hands back into the foot presses, feel the muscles load, and then slowly that left baby toe edge presses. Feel that load all the way. Where do you feel that? Maybe in the back of the pelvis. And then soften. Bring that thigh into the belly, heel comes closer, squeeze, and then pick another spot forward. Wrap the hands around the foot. Press. Feel that support through the sit bones. They might even feel like they're pressing here. The heel might feel like it's pressing. Notice all the muscles turn on once again through that left baby toe edge. Hands into the foot. Foot presses back. Relax. And bring the thigh into the belly. One more here. Bring the heel downward. Wrap the hands. Press hands into the foot. Foot presses back. Baby toe edge of the left. Feel and notice all those little subtle sensations. And then very softly, once again, take the leg into the belly and then go ahead and lengthen it out. Here's where it's yogi's choice. So if it's difficult to, come forward. Use your strap. Lengthen the arms through your strap, belt, or scarf, or fingertips down into the floor. And then feel the torso, very heavy. It just shifts forward. The front of the spine turns on, ignites all these muscles. The back. Go ahead and press the thigh down, the calf. We're not going to 100%. Some of you can go all the way down and fold down. Please come back to your 80% so that we can start to move the shoulders just a wee bit. Bring one shoulder forward and one shoulder back. And then the other way. One shoulder forward, one back. One up to the ear, one down. And then other side. Slowly let yourself come on up. Squeeze that leg into the belly. Lengthen through both knees. Give them a light little massage as you paddle the toes. Squeeze and release as far down as you comfortably can. All the way up, and then smooth it out. Smooth out. All the way to the toes and all the way back. A little drum roll. We're going to come into one called Zipline. So today's practice is about the hips and the legs, the knees and the ankles. So we're going to come into cobbler pose, Baddha Konasana, or you yinsters, butterfly. And then we're going to take one leg back. I'm going to take my left leg back. So a lot of us sit like this on a regular basis. And so this pose in yin is deer pose. You can gently bring the right foot in, maybe tuck it in, or it can stay outward. And very softly here, let's come into a light little twist all the way over to that back leg and take a peek at the heel. And now root into the big toe edge of that foot into the floor. Lift the heel just a little bit, and you're going to take your peace fingers down on the heel, and you're going to press into the heel as it comes down. And it'll come very slow, and it might have these spots where it feels like you're coming over a bumpy road. And then see if you can relax and soften. 2 more times. Root into that big toe edge. Lift the heel. Press about 2 pounds of pressure down on the heel. Notice if there's any bumps or if it's a fluid style motion. And then when you can relax, allow yourself to breathe right there. Notice the rise and fall of the belly. One more time when you're ready. Lift the heel. Bring the peace fingers down. A little bit of weight is offered, not much. And then you soften. We're going to work on now the left hip. So go ahead and see what it's like to lift that knee a little bit. Where's your range of motion? So this one's a little tight for me. So very softly, let the knee come upward. Place the hand, offer a little resistance, and it might just be the weight of the hand, the arm. That's enough. And then let it come all the way down. When it can find the floor, relax and soften. As you soften, you can bring your right hand into your blanket. Maybe it's right beside you, resting. If you don't have anything to lean into, fingertips are a little built-in elevator here, a little height. And then again, left knee can come upward, hand down, offer a little resistance maybe with a little press. The leg, notice these little places where it feels like you're skipping over or they're bumpy, or is it fluid? And just notice. And then when you can relax and soften, please do. Notice the belly rise on the inhale. And this beautiful softening, softening, softening on the exhale. One more here. Knee raises up. Hand offers a little weight down. Maybe 2 pounds of pressure. Notice the smoothness or this unevenness, these little skips. Once you find that support of the floor, please rest. Notice how well. If this leg isn't feeling good, often I start with this leg because a lot of people, this will cause a little agitation. Go ahead and lengthen through that leg. We can do this hip on its own, but if it feels okay, leave it. And then the right knee comes up. You can offer a little bit of resistance through the left hand into that right leg. The right fingers are helping support you. Notice the smoothness or maybe a little jaggedness, those bumpy roads. Maybe you skip right over an area. And then when you can relax, please do. And then again. And so remember that intuition trumps instruction. So if there's something that I am teaching that doesn't feel good in any shape, then please use your awareness and take care of yourself and come on out of it. Relax when that knee hits the floor, the leg feels the support, feel the belly rise, nice and soft. And let's do one more for good luck. Knee comes upward, hand presses down maybe. Notice what you notice. All of those little bumps, the smoothness. Let yourself relax when it comes downward. Beautiful. And then from here, very softly, go ahead and take that left leg forward. Lengthen it out and paddle that ankle. Take the right one with it. Paddle the ankles. We come right back into this nice little caterpillar pose in yin or a forward fold. So nicely you can just give little squeezes as you fold forward. Squeeze, release, and squeeze and release all the way down. So notice how it feels as you smooth them out. Just smooth it out. Reach and bring yourself back into a drum roll. We'll start with our feet together. Notice what it's like to bring your feet together, two soles in front of you. Bring your right leg back, so the other side. The other foot can come all the way tucked in, or you can leave it outward. So remember to come into where you're comfortable in these somatic flows. Feel through the sit bones, notice where the spine is, and then go ahead and rotate the spine over to the right side. Look at those toes. Root into that big toe edge and lift the heel up. Take your peace fingers and place a little bit of weight down into the heel. Notice the smoothness, the bumpy roads as it comes down, these little places, maybe that are skipping areas. And then when it can relax, soften and breathe. Notice how well the body can breathe here. And then again, heel comes up, toe or fingers come into the heel. And then notice what you notice. Sometimes it feels like a little bump, 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 like you're rolling over a little bit of when you're baking that brown sugar, and then it dissolves into the mat. As you breathe that fluid, inhale deeply and a soft exhale. One more, heel comes upward, toes root, a little pressure down as we notice all the subtleties. Not missing not one bit, not one piece of this. Relax and soften. Know that now you can use the left hand as support into any place that a cushion, a blanket, fingertips, palm. We're going to lift the right knee upward. Place the right hand downward. And then go ahead and feel your way through with the eyes closed. So notice what it's like. These little places of connection. Or maybe there's lack of. So if there's any muscle amnesia, sometimes that can feel like you just skipped over a spot in the record. Or it might feel like bump, 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 bump. Or that some piece of it's missing. And then again, knee comes up. Hand into the outer edge. Gently and softly let it come downward. Notice what you notice. As it finds the mat, let yourself relax and soften. And then one more here. Maybe at a different, the hand can press down a little differently, maybe on the lower leg more. As you relax, feel the body relax, the jaw, the belly, the shoulders. If this feels okay, leave it or lengthen it out. We'll come on over to the left knee. Bring the left hand in, maybe, or the right hand if you need the left hand for support. The knee will come upward. You'll give a light little press downward. Notice what it feels like on this side. Eyes can close once you have the gist of the movement in all of these somatic flows, so that we can sense and feel from the inside out. Breathe into all of those little subtleties that are arising. 2 more times like that. The knee comes up, the hand presses downward or offers a little weight. The muscles ignite, and we sense and feel into the hip. Once you can relax, you soften and feel the whole body soften through the breath. Coolness coming in and out. Ah. 1 more. Knee rises. Hand offers a little resistance. The leg. Notice the smoothness. Maybe it's a little different, or is it the same? Once you can soften it down, please do. Take a breath. And then go ahead and lengthen out through that right leg. You can take the hand and help the knee lengthen. And then the other side. Massage those knees, paddle those feet. Little squeezes as you rock from side to side. A little bit of movement after Zipline goes a long way. Circle the toes. Notice how it feels to move like this. A little drum roll. Nice. We'll come into a reclined pigeon now. So you can use your blanket now as a blanket, and you can, if that's all you have, let's just use that. I do have the blocks, and so if you do have them, you can put them underneath. I'm going to just simply roll the blanket and bring it right up and down the mat. Know that if you're on a nice cushiony floor, you can actually use your mat if you don't have a cushion. So this blanket can be a mat. So we're going to come into that same pose. So go ahead and bring your soles of your feet together and then take the back leg back. So here we are in deer pose once again. The right leg now is butted right up against the blanket, and the hands come downward. You can walk them all the way down, down, down until you feel the support. And then let yourself just come into that support and let the back legs start to find their place. So you settle in by bringing the right foot into the left thigh. And just notice what you notice here. The nose can be in the same direction as the knee is pointed for now. We can bring it into a little more of a twist in a moment. So we'll bring a little bit of awareness now into the hips, into the pelvis, into all of these muscles, all these groups of muscles here that are along the path of the sciatic nerve. So nice and easy here. Go ahead and take the right foot into the thigh. Notice what that feels like to ignite those muscles. The thigh can press back into the foot, and it'll feel like the baby toe edge of that foot is coming down into the mat. And then relax that whole scenario. Just allow the body to breathe and soften and widen. Like the bones are literally falling away from each other. And then we're going to do that again. When you're ready, give a little press of the right foot into the thigh into the foot, baby toe edge of that right foot coming down into the mat. Notice what it feels like through the edges of the body, through the back of the lower spine, the pelvis, and then how well can those muscles turn off. Notice those beautiful deep inhales Super soft, smooth exhales. Ha. Let's do that one more time. Give a little press into the thigh. The thigh presses back. The baby toe edge presses down. All the muscles turn on, they ignite. How well do they soften, 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 and release. From here you can, yogi's choice, you can stay right where you are, or we can come in a little bit more of a twist. If you'd like to raise the head and bring the head all the way over to the other side. Wherever you are, if you find yourself there and it's not feeling comfortable after a while, then simply on your next breath, let yourself slowly, slowly come back. Nice. So allow yourself not to react to every sensation so that we can release just a little bit more what we're holding on to in this part of the body. Eyes are closed. 2 more breaths right here. Enjoy those exhales. Follow them. On your next natural inhale, go ahead and drag the hands underneath the shoulders with a light little press into the floor. Head hangs. It comes up very last. The legs can come out in a little drum roll, a little paddle of the feet, a little smoothing out as you fold forward and then come on back, other side. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together. You can pause there and look at the toes. Maybe one comes into each other at a time. The hands can come down to the toes and you can play there for a little bit. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take that right leg back. The left leg this time will root into the thigh, and you'll take your blanket and butt it right into the upper thigh of that left foot and crawl yourself down. Just let yourself fold down, nose in the same direction as the knee. Let yourself rest here. And then start to settle the lower half a little bit. Maybe you need to move a little bit so that the foot can root into that thigh. And then once you feel settled, notice how well the body can breathe in this shape. Relax through the jaw, the shoulders. And then we're going to bring a little squeeze into this, a little bit of pendiculation. By bringing the left foot into the thigh, you'll feel those muscles turn on. The thigh will press. That baby toe edge will come down of that left foot. You'll feel the muscles and notice what you notice and how it feels. And then how well, systematically, like dominoes, do they turn off and shut off and relax and soften. Let the body release a little bit more each exhale. Coming into it again. The thigh presses into the foot presses back. Baby toe edge presses down. Feel the muscles ignite. And then relax and soften, soften, soften. The jaw slackens, the shoulders sink down. You breathe and notice how well. And then here we go again. Bring the thigh into the foot. The foot presses back. Baby toe edge presses down. Notice what you notice. All the muscles that need to come on in to help this whole contraction. And then we come out of that contraction and we soften. Beautiful inhale, maybe an audible exhale with a ha, a little bit of a hum. Let yourself relax here. On the next comfortable breath, you can bring the head, the nose pointed in the other direction. If this feels like heaven on earth, please stay. If at any point it doesn't, then careful not to fling out. You simply slowly move, full conscious effort back to your starting point and feel the muscles turn off. Notice how you feel and allow your body to breathe here. 2 more breaths right here. Follow that next exhale all the way to the bottom of the breath. Drag the hands underneath the shoulders, give a little bit of a press up. The head hangs and comes up very last. Come all the way into a seated posture, or go ahead and lay in a body scan on your back. You can scan your body seated. You can scan your body laying down. So let yourself be comfortable. This is where we're going to close our practice, so maybe you'd like to come into a shavasana on your back, final resting pose. Let yourself feel comfortable. Allow the body to settle. Feel where you're grounded on the earth, fully held, supported. Notice a lightness inside the breath. You might feel the breeze on the back of the throat. Give yourself permission to stay here for as long as you like. If you have 5 minutes, 5 minutes. If you have 10, 10. If you have longer, please do. If you slotted out 45 minutes for this practice, go ahead and bring the palms together. Feel the warmth. Thumbs at the heart center with a light little press. Inhale deeply here. And as you exhale, we bow. A light little bow pouring out, a little support beyond these walls, a little love and some warmth. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.